So we'll finish up here by taking a quick look at the public and media way that we're going to present this. A lot of this research came out of the media wanting different aspects of different information about the wet season here in Florida. It's very important, both to agriculture and outdoor activities. So this is a website that was created. It's about 95% done at this point. We're going to roll it out officially at the end of this month or early April with some of our wet season activities that we have each year. But go over some of the features. All of these climatologies are available here. You can choose. We have two-dimensional imagery. Choose any of the regimes that you want. So choose one of the 8 regimes, and also choose the area you'd like to look at. Anything from the southeast United States down to Florida, and also to any of the 6 varying National Weather Service county warning areas that cover Florida. And you can choose any temporal period you want with scrolling animations available. We also did point data across the state. We literally coded in hundreds of points, locations, towns, cities, and tourist attractions, things like that, and did the statistics for each one of the regimes. So in this case, we're looking at a 24-hour probability of rainfall for the city of Tampa, so we can see which regimes are wetter and which ones are not. It's one regime, one color. If we go to, this is all for Tampa, this is the 12-hour forecast. So we have 2 bars, one color. So the green is the regime 1 forecast for 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. and then 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So each one of the regimes is, so you can kind of see the difference between night and day here. When we go below 12 hours, we switch over from bar to line charts. So, and the line chart is a very useful diagnosis, useful for diagnosing preferred days and times for sensitive weather. In this particular situation here, we can see that a regime 2 has a very close peak rainfall probability to regime 7, but it occurs at a much earlier time in the day. So very good for planning purposes. Florida Light and Power, it's a major utility company here in Central Florida, has requested data access in order to schedule and position field crews for storm-related issues using this data. Another example is the Southwest Florida Water Management District has requested access to the data for their decision support purposes related to agriculture and water releases from Lake Okeechobee, et cetera, et cetera. And the other part of this, we had specific requests from our media partners for information on the start and the end of the wet season. Everybody wants to know when's it going to start, when's it going to end, because that, it makes such a big difference in the forecast in how we live our day-to-day lives. The problem is it's not static across the peninsula. In fact, it changes dramatically from north to south in terms of timing and intensity. So what we did is we went and we calculated some statistics on the daily rainfall coverage of the county for each day of the year. So if you were looking for Lee County, which is where Fort Myers is, this is the median daily rainfall coverage, percent of the county seeing greater than 1/100 of an inch of rain. And it actually, there was a lot of very small details that came out of this. We'd heard grumblings that often it seems like the rainy season gets started in mid-May, and then you think it's going, and it stops for a couple weeks, and then it starts again. And it was hard to tell whether that, is that a real occurrence, or is that just our perception of how things are going? But when we actually looked at the data, it does seem that there is a signal for kind of a false start to the wet season in South Florida in many occasions. This is where we kind of get into the atmospheric conditions where we're getting to these thunderstorms, and then we sneak in a very late season funnel system that drives us out for a week or two before the real wet season kicks in and gets going. So that was interesting to see that perception was actually true. So we did this both median and mean. The mean allows a little bit more of the noise to get in there, but it still has a lot of utility. But generally, I prefer to look at the median values because they stick out. The wet season really sticks out here. And the last thing I'll show is, because this was a media request, we didn't just do the counties across Florida. We did the statistics for each one of the media areas as well. So here we have the Orlando media statistics with the map on the right showing what area these statistics were calculated for.